episode 16. Got up about half an hour ago, did some Duolingo, did all the normal things that humans have to do, and then now I'm in the shed and I'm going to get some rowing done. So I'll see you on the other side. Rowing done, now on with the rest of the day. I always find when I finish rowing, it's obviously sweaty, then walking back across to the house ends up being freezing. There's a bit of like a wind tunnel between the shed and the house, so I end up freezing walking across back home. So it's a quick way to cool down, to then get a shower and everything without being sweaty. Anyway. So welcome back to another episode. All these terrible snatches that you can see, I did on the minute for 9 minutes of high hang, 1 power snatch, then 2 full snatches, so that's 1 each minute. Then low hang, 1 power, then 2 full. Then from the floor, 1 power, then 2 full snatches. So 9 minutes on the minute, 1 rep each minute with 62.5 kilos. And then the exact same thing again with 67.5 kilos. I've left in here in just a second field rep, but then after the field rep recovered fairly quickly, so then got the second rep done still inside the minute. I think there's 2 or 3 of them in here. Is more I'm getting a better idea of when it's the technique that's the problem and then how to fix it and get the rep done straight away. Following this, oh there we go, there's that second field rep. Following these, I went on to do 6 full snatches with 75 kilos. So I did a couple fine and then I tore my hand, surprise surprise, so I put my straps on to do the rest of them. There again was another missed rep. So consistency is not the best. I think 3 missed reps over the course of the full session. And then followed that up with some snatch pulls. So the snatch pulls between like 90 and 110% of my max. So at the minute, max is 90 kilos, but hoping to get it up to around 100 kilos this year. So this is 90 kilos, and then the next set is 100 kilos. Now the title of the video was about my overhead squat PB. So I managed to hit today 80 kilos for a top triple, which is a PB. I warmed up with 40 kilos, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, did a thruster first and then into the back rack position and then snatch balance to get into the overhead squats. Reason for the thruster first is because I did a Metcon after this, so I thought may as well warm up both at the same time. The Metcon, which you'll see some of it in a second, was 6 bar muscle ups and then 12 squat clean thrusters, or clusters for short, with 60 kilos for 10 minutes, as many rounds as possible. I think I got 3 rounds and then a couple of bar muscle ups, so not too bad really. I'm sure if you had someone who was actually good at this, they'd probably get 4 or 5, maybe even more rounds, but that's not me yet, but one day soon, hopefully. Anyway, this is the PB set now of 80 kilos for 3. At the minute, my 1 rep max overhead squat is 100 kilos, so hopefully I'll be able to push that up soon based on that set of 80 being relatively easy. And then after this AMRAP, that was it for the morning session, and I had another session on the afternoon, which I'll show you in just a second. So the afternoon session, lots and lots of muscle ups, did some weighted ones, that belt's about 8 kilos, which is about 18 pounds, and then pistol squats. This set here is with 2 8 kilo kettlebells, so there's a bunch of muscle ups, strict and then normal, again trying to get into a good position. It's the way down between the reps that I'm trying to improve with the muscle ups at the minute, so trying to come down with my body more vertical, like there. That one was a better rep compared to previous set. So that's today's training done. Just finished off with some assault biking. It was 8 rounds of 2 minutes at endurance pace, and then 2 minutes at 5, 5, 10, 10, 15, 15, 20, 20% faster. You could go based off watts to see how much faster it is. I just go off RPM because then it's easier maths. It's much easier to be like 60 RPM, 5%, 63, and so on. Whereas if it's watts, 283 or whatever, then I have to get a calculator out and start working it out. Whereas this way, don't really have to think. That's the end of today's training. Just wanted to mention my rowing on the morning and running sometimes. The idea of that is not necessarily to get a lot fitter. It's to keep up the habit of rowing and running, because I really like the assault bike for conditioning. I try and do everything on it, because like I've mentioned in other videos, like it's just get on and go. There's no stroke rate, no technique, which is important, but the assault bike technique is minimal. As long as you're not doing it completely wrong, the technique's going to be fine. So rowing on the morning, technique is important. So what I do is, rather than being like, I'm going to go and do 30 minutes, 40 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever, instead, like I know that at 7:35, I need to leave the shed, come back in the house and start getting ready, shower and all that sort of stuff. So when I wake up in the morning, get ready and whatnot, look at the clock, say, right, it's 6:45 for argument's sake when I get in the shed. So that means I'll do 50 minutes. Or like in this morning's case, it's about 12 minutes past 7. So 23 minutes. I did 20 minutes. I tend to round it down just to make up for like daft stuff, locking the shed up, gathering all my belongings, headphones off, all, normal stuff. So that's the deal with the rowing and stuff. At the minute as well, I'm just doing it at what gives me heart rate of around 65 to 75%. So at the minute that's about 230 split. So it's not fast at all. And it almost kind of works, like auto-regulates itself. So I don't have an alarm in the morning. I go to bed roughly the same time every day. So then what ends up happening is, if I'm well rested and whatnot, I'll wake up slightly earlier, so then I'll have longer to row. And I know that because I'm up a bit earlier, I must be a bit more recovered, so doing a longer row is fine. Whereas if I wake up late, for whatever reason, then I know that I must have needed the sleep, so then I don't end up doing it, or I don't do as long. The days where I don't do it, I just do some stretching instead. So if you think up till 7:35 rowing, and then I give myself 15 minutes to get showered and dressed and whatever. So that means that if I don't row, I've still got that 15 minutes of time, and don't tend to get a shower in the morning if I've not rowed, because I know I'm going to go to the gym and train anyway. So there's no point in showering when I'm going to get a shower again in a few hours. Anyway, I've been talking for a long time at this point. So thank you for watching. If you made it this far through the video, do the whole subscribe, like, comment, that sort of stuff. It really helps out. It helps YouTube to show the video to more people that would enjoy the video, which then means more people will watch, which means that the channel will grow, which then means if the channel grows, I can spend more time in it and make that stuff. It's kind of like a positive spiral, I guess. Anyway, with that said, I will see you in the next one. Bye.